We are a global commerce platform that helps businesses solve for operational complexities like employee benefits, plus managing and mobilizing fleets and streamlining payments. So with over 5,500 employees, we work with both small and large companies in more than 200 countries and territories.
Some of the changes that learning experts have been tracking over the last 5-10 years are these 4 things on the board, and they go by different names, but the first one is job movement. It's becoming rare that an employee will stay their entire career with one employer. The next thing is culture. Employees are looking for a company that has a culture that aligns with their values. The next thing that has kind of been trending in the evolution of employees is that employees are looking for balance. They want to be able to show up and work hard. Employees like the satisfaction of doing a good job, but they expect their employers to be flexible and to work around things like sick children, needing to attend a concert. They want to be able to show up for the things that are important to them, their valued things. And honestly, COVID has only heightened this one. Employees now are absolutely expecting their employers to be flexible with them. And another change then that we're seeing is that employees expect to be supported in their roles.
So in 2016, we began to recognize that learner needs were changing. I mean, that was just a fact. So the cost to train new hire employees, that continued to rise while the level of competence at the end of training was actually decreasing. So we created a sequence-based learning structure, and that only focused on the top 80% of what a new hire needed to know. That way they're not totally flooded with information right off the bat. I mean, that's inevitable. They're going to get a bunch of information up front, but we focused on that top 80%. And this is when we began our partnership with eGain. So as we began working with the call center team, we uncovered several challenges.
We were told, you guys, you need to reduce the amount of money that it takes to train a new hire. So both between the number of people we were training and how long it was taking us to train, that was quite a high bill.
And now we really want to look at that new hire journey. So how our specifically call center has evolved since we partnered with eGain. So phase 1 is when the new hire has their first day on the job. Phase 2 is their first live call with the customer. And then phase 3 is when new hire training officially ends. Even before day 1, employees are actually learning about training and the knowledge base with eGain during the interview process. So our talent acquisition team says sharing that in interviews shows potential employees. WEX is really there to support them in their roles.
Now, we're able to get new hires taking their first call during week 1. And so we can actually train them even faster than we could before. So now we're able to provide them with the knowledge base resource as a comfort to them as they're taking that first call in week 1.
So new hire training has gone from 8 weeks of training down to 6. So new hires now begin taking calls during their first week, and after they gain experience and confidence, we bring them back in for the next sequence, and then we continue this cadence for the entire 6 weeks. So we've been able to cut 2 weeks off the time to train a new hire. What other WEXers, some of our colleagues, have to say about the eGain knowledge base, how it's impacted them and their teams?
The biggest source of value in my eyes for the KB is that it is one source of truth for the entire organization.
Every day I'm using knowledge base without failure. I'm always in it because it is a nice, that solid foundation resource. That knowledge base, I like to say, is the gospel sometimes of information.
The eGain knowledge base doesn't just support new hire employees, it also supports our entire call center.
eGain was instrumental in our efforts to decrease the number of agents needed to support our business, due to being able to have agents start contributing to call volumes during week 1. eGain supported our initiative to get new hires on the phone while ensuring they felt supported more quickly. And eGain supports a more remote workforce by providing agents the answers that they need real time. And lastly, eGain was a major factor in helping the learning experience team reduce the cost to train new hires for our call center. Not only was new hire training reduced by 2 weeks, New employees are in production starting in week 1.